Bouchard. And the thing that stuck out to me today was transitions. So the power of transitions. He says that one of the habits of a high performer is the ability to generate energy. And one of the biggest energy drainers in the day is all the transitions in our day. So he says everything from switching from checking email to going to a meeting, or going from a meeting to the gym, or from the gym to home, from cooking to being with your family, whatever the thing is, those are all transitions throughout the day. And he says oftentimes people just stumble from one thing into the next. So you go through, finish a client meeting and you just pop into the next client meeting, or you run in to go to the bathroom and then come right back out to the next client meeting, whatever it is. It's just like one after the next after the next. And I definitely relate to this. I have days where my meetings are stacked back to back to back to back. And by the end of the day, the person, in fact, I had a client recently tell me that they like getting the 7 a.m. Chris because he's more energetic than the end of the day Chris. So I thought this was pretty interesting that this is like something that I'm actively experiencing right now. And the key, Brendan says, with transitions is that you want to make sure that you are being intentional from when you finish one activity to go to the next activity. So you would go there and say, when you finish the activity, you take like 60 seconds of just breathing and contemplating your any stress that you have, and release that stress. And then the second thing that you do is after you have released some of the stress, you then think about how do you want to show up in the next activity that you're going into, and how do you want to feel in that activity. And the other thing that I think is really powerful is how do you want other people to feel when you are going into that activity. So for me, the very tangible thing is when I'm going from one meeting to the next, how do I want to feel in that meeting? But also, how do I want my clients to feel when they're in the meeting with me? And you take a moment and you set an intention in that meeting, and then go into the meeting. And that little tiny piece of intentionality is going to radically change how you show up, and also the energy level that you have throughout the day. So thank you, Brendan Bouchard, for writing this book. And I'm also just pointing out, I will interview Brendan Bouchard at some point in the future. So Brendan, I'm coming for you. He's a high performance coach. He's one of the most expensive coaches in the world that you can get, but I'm going to get you on the Pursuit of Purpose podcast. So thanks, Brendan. We'll talk soon.